Alright, hey guys, Detector here. So in today's video, we're going to be doing some snorkeling with Aquascan International's AquaPulse Compact 1B. Alright, so we are currently at Coin Island, or that's what I like to call it because I always find coins here. And it is currently kind of mid-tide. Low tide was at about 8:30 this morning. High tide is still a couple of hours away. It's probably about, I don't know, 11:30 right now. So let me show you guys the actual unit. So I've got it set up here already. So this is the unit. Now, because I'm going to be snorkeling and finding targets underwater, I put my dive weights onto the belt that the actual detector comes with. So I've got that set up. I've got my bone phone over here, and I do have my snorkeling mask here. So I'm going to put the bone phone underneath the strap of my mask here, and hopefully that'll work out well for me. I also have my wetsuit because the water temperature is 70 degrees. That is like super freezing to me. I also have my digger bag, my gloves, my shoes. So I have everything I need to do some snorkeling and hopefully find a bunch of coins. So I'm gonna get geared up and we can get to doing some metal detecting.
How's it doing, boys? Woohoo! Do this.
Alright guys, so here are all my finds for my hunt today. I found 1 10 stake, 1 quarter, 5 dimes, and 1 penny. So that's everything that I found with my hunt with the AquaPulse at Coin Island. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed my snorkeling hunt with the AquaPulse. It was very, very cold in the water. Even with my wetsuit on, I was really only able to stay in the water for, I'd be surprised if it was an hour. And where I was hunting, it was kind of a cutout between the island and like a sand dune that had built up off of the island in the water. So I was in that cutout and the current that was going through there was super, super strong. So I spent a lot of time kind of trying to fight the current, which didn't help because I was already freezing and I didn't get as much time as I wanted to hunt. One thing to note though about the machine is even in this super high current area that I was in, the actual coil from the machine, the coil and the shaft that it comes on, what I would do is when I would swing over a target, I would set this on the ground in the water. Obviously I would set it on the ground and let go, and I was using my right hand to fan the sand and my left hand to hold me, you know, in the area that I was. The coil and the shaft were not floating away at all. So that is pretty interesting. There have been a couple other underwater machines that I've used where they tend to float a little bit, or maybe the coil floats a little bit. This one, not so much. That's not a problem at all. If you set it down on the ground, it's gonna stay on the ground. Something else that I did have to deal with after my hunt was the shaft here. This little spot right here. Sand was getting blown up like inside of it, and it made it very, very difficult for me to adjust the length while I was still hunting. I mean, there's really nothing that I think I could have done to fix that. Honestly, I think it comes down to the current, but like all around, obviously this pipe slides into this one. So I mean, there's a gap in there. There's always going to be a gap in there, and I don't think there's anything I can do to fix it except maybe get a different shaft, maybe one that's just one length, not necessarily an adjustable length. That's just something that I had to deal with afterwards by flushing it really, really well with the hose to get not just the sand, but also the salt out from inside of there. Once I reached my limit of cold in the water, I did move up a little bit out of the water where I wasn't necessarily fully submerged, but I was still kind of like knee or thigh deep, and I was still swinging the coil. Because of this shaft here, there's not an arm cuff on it at all. Swinging that coil in the water with that shaft and no arm cuff really did a number on my forearm. So it's very, very sore because obviously I was using like my wrist for all of the swinging movements. So it really did a number on my forearm. It's up to you. If you can do it, great. I don't think I'll be doing that again. I did also move on land. You guys saw I found one of the coins straight in the sand, not even near the water. That was fine. I kept it at a length where pretty much I just extended my arm all the way out, and I was just kind of swinging the coil near my feet. I wasn't doing the wide arcing sweeps that you normally do with a detector. And it worked fine for me. I didn't have a pinpointer out with me today, but I was able to locate all of the targets with relative ease, honestly. I want to give a big shout out to Kellyco and a big thank you to Kellyco for sending the AquaPulse for me to try out. So far, I'm really enjoying this machine. It's not as heavy as I thought it would be, and it's interesting using something without headphones. Not necessarily just a machine that has like an external speaker, but this particular machine has a bone phone. First time I've ever used one. Pretty cool. It's a little difficult using it on land because I wasn't wearing my snorkel mask on land, but all I did was I just draped it over my ear. No big deal. You could also, like if you're wearing a cap, a baseball cap, tuck it up under your cap if you really wanted to. They do have headphones for this. I don't have any with me or at all, period. This is, again, it's kind of like a demo floor model that Kellyco sent me. I will be sending it back once I'm done trying it out, but all it came with was the bone phone, so I'm just making do with what I have. Not a big deal. If you're interested in the AquaPulse, I do have a link in the description down below, so make sure to check that out. If you have any questions or comments about today's video or about the machine, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you liked what you saw in today's video, make sure to hit it with a big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel yet, please make sure you do so by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later.